Okay, so here we are. I have recently lost my c63 AMG to Harvey floodwaters. We're about a month later. The insurance company deemed this a total loss, obviously. The water was, let me see if I can find a water line for you here. So this is inside the engine bay, fender liner. In reference, that equals roughly about here. So deep enough to go in the interior of the car, which I've actually stripped down and then placed all the parts back in. I was actually under the assumption I wasn't going to be able to keep the car after I had done the water mitigation, which the adjuster told me he's never seen water mitigation so amazing. So I'm very confident that I've done a good job remediating the water and prospect of mold in the interior. Anyways, the interior is perfect again. No smell, no damage, nothing. So then I checked the oil, and there was some water in the oil. So the only way that would have happened, being as the water didn't go through the intake tubes and into the throttle body, was through the exhaust. The way the car was parked, water was flowing down from the back, and it must have gone up into the exhaust and then up through some open valves and down into the motor. So I drained the oil, and there was probably 4 ounces of water that came out. So then I drained the transmission, which here's the fluid from the tranny. Didn't really look like water got in there, but I drained it anyways, and I have yet to do anything, so I'm hopeful that the torque converter didn't take on any water. So that's the amount of water or oil that was in the transmission pan. I've since left the drain plug out of the oil overnight, run 4 gallons of oil through the open plug just to rinse any sediment that may have potentially been in there. I have conditioned the inside of the cylinder walls with the plugs out with some conditioner. Hand rotated the crank slowly to eliminate any possibility of valve cut into the sleeve. Sorry, ring cut into the sleeve. Cranked it over with the key, with the plugs and ignition out to remove any water that could have potentially been in there. I didn't see any come out. And I'm now putting back the spark plugs and the igniters. This is literally the first time I will try to turn this car on. The insurance adjuster tried to key the car on to see the mileage when he was out here. Unfortunately, the seats were out and the airbags have faulted since. But this is the first attempt to start this car since the floodwaters. And it fucking runs. Unbelievable. Here we go. That's the oil burning out from the conditioner I put inside the cylinders. And as you can see, water in the exhaust. Incredible, the fucking car's running. And sounds perfectly healthy. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, so I gotta add, this would not have been possible years ago. What I mean by that is I have been methodical and patient. Patience is the virtue in this process. We're talking a month later here. Looks like the oil's lessening, or the smoke is lessening. The oil is burning out. Car is running. No check engines. The only faults are the damn airbags. There you go. Since reset. So today was the first time. 2 minutes running. It's unbelievable. Does the air work? Everything works. I can't believe it. I literally cannot believe this. So me turning the wheels while it's up in the air just threw another fault. I know better, but I bumped the wheel just now by mistake. All right, fellas, there you have it. That is how you do flood mitigation to an AMG.